Here's the truth no one ever says out loud. Most people aren't dying from failure, heartbreak, or disappointment. They're dying from starvation. Starvation of their own love. Starvation of their own attention. Starvation of their own forgiveness. And the tragedy is, they don't even notice. Because it's so normal now to treat yourself like an afterthought that you forgot you were supposed to be the main character in your own story. So let me make something very clear. If you don't love yourself, nothing in your life can taste real. It's like eating a feast with no sense of smell. You're chewing, swallowing, surviving, but you're not living. We spend our whole lives trying to impress mirrors that don't even belong to us, trying to live up to expectations written by people who wouldn't survive a single day inside our heads. And still, we keep running. We run to jobs, to relationships, to hobbies, to distractions, hoping they'll give us the love we refuse to give ourselves. We treat life like a scavenger hunt for validation. But here's the cruel joke. Every time you find a little bit of love out there, you owe something in return. You borrow confidence from someone's compliment. Now you owe them attention. You borrow purpose from your job. Now you owe it your soul. You borrow identity from a relationship. Now you owe it your whole self. It becomes a cycle, a loop, a system destined to collapse. A Ponzi scheme of the heart. That's what it is. Constant borrowing, constant debt, constant chasing. You take energy from one place, use it to pay off another, and call it being strong. But strength isn't bouncing between emotional lenders hoping nobody notices you're empty. Strength is building something inside you that doesn't need to borrow anymore. And here's something you may have never thought about. You've never actually been alone. Not once. Not for a minute. Not for a second. Even in your darkest nights, your soul was there. Even in your ugliest mistakes, your thoughts were there. Even when you abandoned yourself, you were still there. You are the only person who has witnessed every moment of your life. The only one who knows the unedited version. The only one who will stand beside you at every grave you visit, including your own. So why treat the one constant in your life like a stranger? People talk about loyalty, but the deepest betrayal is the way we betray ourselves. The way we silence our needs because we're scared someone else won't like them. The way we punish ourselves for feeling things too deeply. The way we fight for everyone except the person who needs us most. You. You need you. You always have. And every time you ignore that, your heart keeps the score. But here's the beautiful part. Loving yourself doesn't require permission. You don't need anyone to approve. You don't need a perfect past. You don't need a reason. You don't even need to feel ready. You just need to begin. And beginning can be as small as saying, I'm done abandoning myself. Because once you say that, something shifts. You stop chasing people who treat you like an option. You stop negotiating your worth with people who don't know how to value anything. You stop running after love like it's a prize instead of something you already carry. And suddenly, life starts to land differently. Smiles feel real. Work feels purposeful. Relationships feel mutual. The world stops being a battlefield and becomes a map. Because now you're not surviving. You're building. You're investing. You're growing. You're loving the one person who can actually transform your life from the inside out. So let me say this in a way you won't forget. You are the home you will return to for the rest of your life. If that home is neglected, nothing feels safe. If that home is cold, nowhere feels warm. If that home is unloved, you will wander forever. But if that home becomes sacred, If that home becomes cared for, if that home becomes loved, every part of your life will feel like it finally belongs to you. You don't need to be perfect to love yourself. You don't need to be healed. You don't need to be extraordinary. You just need to be willing. Because self-love isn't a reward, it's a right. And it's one you've denied yourself for way too long. Because here's the truth you've been avoiding. One day, whether it's years from now or decades from now, you're going to meet a version of yourself at the end of your life. And that version will know everything. They'll know about what you feared, what you avoided, what you ignored. They'll know the dreams you buried because you didn't believe you were worthy of them. They'll know every moment you needed your own love and walked past yourself like a stranger. And when you look into their eyes, into your own eyes, you'll realize something terrifying. You were the person whose love would have changed everything. And you were the one person you kept waiting on. So let this sink into the deepest part of you. The greatest tragedy in life isn't losing someone else. It's losing yourself while you're still alive. But the greatest miracle, it's that you haven't lost yourself. Not yet. You're still here, still breathing, watching this, listening to words your future self has been begging you to hear. So pause. Right now. Think about the person you promised you'd become when you were younger. The one with the fire in their chest and purity in their dreams. They're still inside you, quiet, waiting, hoping you'll remember them, hoping you'll choose them, hoping you'll finally say, I'm worth loving, even if I don't know how to do it yet. Because loving yourself isn't a feeling, it's a decision. A decision to stop abandoning the person who's been carrying your story, wound after wound, failure after failure, and miracle after miracle. And maybe the point of life was never to find the right person, or the right path, or the right moment. Maybe the point was to finally find your way back to the one human being you were always meant to save first. You. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for someone to show you how. Start now. Because when you finally choose yourself, fully, fiercely, unapologetically, something extraordinary happens. Life stops feeling like something you're surviving and starts becoming something you're creating. And the day you truly love yourself, that's the day your real life finally begins. Thank you for watching.